of swears that rivals the volume of the siren trailing behind me. Bing's dulcet notes are no match for either sound. There is no such thing as a good time to get pulled over by a cop, but this is most definitely not one. I'm dreading arriving at the destination a faceless Australian hunk is directing me toward. I'm trying to rip my return off like a Band-Aid, not delay the inevitable. I don't have a choice. I'm no longer the reckless teenager I left here as, most of the time at least. My foot lets up off the gas pedal without permission, first coasting and then hitting the brakes. With a dramatic screech of tires, the police cruiser pulls off the asphalt behind me. Not that I had any doubt about who it was chasing. I haven't passed another car in 20 minutes. I glance into the rearview mirror, trying to distinguish any details about who is sitting inside the shadowed car. All that gains me is a scattering of colorful dots dancing across my vision. I fix my eyes forward as I try to recall the names of the 2 middle-aged male police officers who came to Hayden High to deliver the DARE and drunk driving lectures in health class each year. I doubt the small-town cop turnover is very high, so the chances they're still the extent of local law enforcement are good. Maybe I can even recall a statistic or two for some sympathy points. Was I speeding? Yes. By much? I honestly have no idea. I was alternating between stressing about this visit and fantasizing about the Australian accent that's accompanied me on this long drive as belonging to a 4th and even handsomer Hemsworth brother, instead of paying close attention to the number displayed on the speedometer. My phone vibrates in the cup holder. I glance down to see my best friend, Sailor, is calling me. She typically texts, so her calling piques my interest immediately. A quick check in the rearview mirror confirms the cop hasn't stepped foot outside, still taking his sweet-ass time to come chastise me, probably adjusting his hearing aid. I swipe my phone from the cup holder and tap the green button. Maybe Sailor will have some tips on how to avoid a speeding ticket. I am certain she has yet to encounter a problem she can't talk her way out of. "Hey," I answer. I'm about to follow up with a "Quick, how do I get out of a speeding ticket?" when Sailor drops the mother of all bombs on me. "I'm pregnant." "What?" I yelp, yanking the phone away from my ear for a second to double-check the name on the screen. Sure enough, I'm talking to Sailor Scott. "I just found out, and I'm freaking out," she continues. "You just found out? Like you're sitting on the toilet holding a stick right now?" "What?" She laughs. "No, I found out a few hours ago." I try and fail to process this piece of news. "Did you tell Beck?" Sailor is notorious among our group of friends for keeping things to herself. Not that I'm in a position to judge anyone about being secretive. Still, I wouldn't be totally shocked if Sailor told me she was going to wait for Beck to notice in 2 to 3 months. Instead, she sighs. "Yes." Did he not take it well? I would find that very difficult to believe. Adler Beck worships the ground Sailor walks on. She could suggest that they take up competitive duck herding, and I have no doubt he'd go out and procure a flock of mallards to practice with. "Too well," Sailor grumbles. "He came home with an FC Kluffberg onesie." "Jesus Christ," I mutter. "How did you manage to find a guy who's hot and sweet?" "They're like unicorns, S. Not that I'm looking for a mystical animal of my own. I shy away from commitment the same way Sailor used to." Sailor snorts. "He's not the one who's going to have to grow a tiny human inside of him and then push it out. Of course he's excited." "Had you guys talked about having kids?" "Yes." Another surprise. In my mind, Sailor's still the daredevil who matched me shot for shot at Lancaster, who suggested we streak across campus, who made it crystal clear to every male suitor that soccer was her one and only priority. The last time I visited her in Germany, we went bar hopping in Kluffberg.